finishing 10th or 15th, when laying up would annoy me more than finishing 25th, having gone for it and made a mistake. So, that kind of stuff then is all part and parcel of, whether or not you're going to give it a go or not. We've been a lot more aggressive the last couple of years, trying to make sure that we can kind of attack a few of these tight pins that you get in Europe and in America, and give yourself a few more opportunities, take a few more things on. If it doesn't seem, sometimes like you should, we probably do more often than not now, just because the short game's kind of there, and we've started to drive the ball a lot better. So again, when you're playing the PGA Tour and European Tour, all the majors, driving the ball is crucial these days. You see all the guys hitting it 350 yards and stuff. So if we've tried to gain a little bit of distance, and within doing that, we've kind of got a little bit of a better ball flight for different conditions. The US Open last year at Pebble was a great example of a really old school, shortish golf course, where guys had to think and plot the way around because the green sizes, how slopey the greens are. You get that at a lot of the majors. A lot of regular season events, the strategy's not quite as crucial, because the golf courses just aren't set up tough enough for strategy necessarily. So for me, playing both tours, you definitely get a good bit of difference. Obviously Abu Dhabi and Dubai last 2 weeks are similar, but then we're going to be in LA, down in Mexico, and each week then has its own different challenges. You've got to look at the golf courses. The greens are going to be different grasses, different winds, different temperatures, balls going different distances. So week in, week out is very, very different to to what you're used to. You get some big examples of, you go from South Africa and you get Kikuyu and stuff, and then you go over to the West Coast in America and you get loads of power in the greens. You go back to America then at the Honda and stuff, and you've got Bermuda. It's it shouldn't make that much of a difference, but it plays on how the clubs react through the turf, how greens run, how the rough grows, and different things, the different shots you get out the rough. Bent grass rough, the ball might come out dead. Bermuda at times, dead Bermuda comes out quick. So, I don't think people, unless you've been and done it and tried it, I don't think you can sometimes appreciate how tricky it is to adapt to that week in, week out. Statistically wise, in your life, you don't get loads and loads and loads of chances to win golf tournaments. So when you do get a chance, when again, we're on 18 here in Dubai. You've got a chance where you really need to flush it to make sure you carry the water or whatever it may be, then you've probably got to take them on in the certain situations. There's no point in taking it on a Thursday when whatever it is, but come Saturday or Sunday, you weigh it what it'll be, and I think that the best players in the world probably take them shots on a little bit more, and because of that, they then, sometimes it doesn't pay off, sometimes it does, and when it does, they're then in a position to where they can win a golf tournament, which is, potentially what we're out here to do. I think everyone's game plans are very different. Guys have different games, so what one shot might seem really risky to some person might seem quite easy to another. So and guys play to their strengths. You get a guy who's a great wedge player, might not go for the par fives because he likes to wedge it in there. You look at Zach when he won the Masters that year at a couple under par. He was wedging it around that golf course brilliantly. You then get other years where guys are hitting 7-iron, 6-irons in some of the par fives and stuff. So I think you've just it's more personal, that in terms of what is your strength, and then you calculate your risks in and around it. Me and Sam are in a pretty similar boat as to where if there is a chance to go for it and to make something happen as opposed to just kind of wait for it, you would potentially take that on a lot more, especially these days now. We've won a fair few times around the world, we've done some great golf tournaments, and finishing 10th or 15th, when laying up would annoy me more than finishing 25th, having gone for it and made a mistake. So, that kind of stuff then is all part and parcel of, whether or not you're going to give it a go or not. Some guys will be really in there wanting the caddy to almost tell them what to do. Some guys will just want a number to the water, what it is over it, and they'll make their own mind up. And then, some guys are like me and Sam, where you'll have not an elongated discussion, but you'll have just a good chat about, where do you want to get to, where's the easiest option here to do this and this from. I think we've got it pretty right. A lot of the time we always talk about what we'd do if we were at home. If we were just playing together at home, would you go for it? And if the answer is yes, then there's no reason why you wouldn't go for it here, just because the situation's different. the shot's exactly the same. It would just be that situationally you feel like it should be different when it's not. So yeah, I think a lot of the time we revert back to, you know, if Sam wasn't here, or if, you know, I was making this on my own, if we were playing at home, would you do this, would you do this? And most of the time it's yes, because we come to a very similar answer. And then you just go ahead and hit it, and accept then, as soon as you've hit it and the ball's in the air, then accept wherever, you know, hopefully you hit it well, make a good swing, and then accept whatever happens after that.